When it comes to saddle hunting anymore, it seems like every single company has a saddle or some sort of form of super mobile, lightweight hunting. But recently I came across Arsenal's saddle. This is the Cloud Infinity saddle, and it kind of blew me away in the sense of I had a Latitude Classic 2 saddle for like the last couple years, and it was fairly comfortable and didn't really have any complaints, but kind of reached out to Latitude and talked to them about what was different, and it piqued my interest enough where I really just wanted to figure out what was different. So I went ahead and ordered myself this saddle, and I'm almost mad at myself for not trying a different saddle sooner, because that was the only saddle I'd ever tried, that Latitude saddle. And don't get me wrong, it was great, but it just felt a lot to be desired still, and this pretty much completely covers it. So I'm just gonna run down how my saddle's set up. I got my platform, so I'll hop up on the tree and kind of show you a little bit of that, but either way, let's just dive into it. So this saddle, it looks a little big, and it should, because this is an integrated backrest, so it doesn't come off, which is about the one thing I wish it did. In case I want it off, I wish it could come off. I know their previous model did, but honestly, now that I've used it enough, I don't think I'd want it to come off. It's just so integrated and stiff, but mobile. Like, it gives me plenty of support, not stiff. So then we come down here. There's two fully integrated side pouches. On this left one here, I keep my tether and my linesman belt. Pretty simple, I would say pretty standard all around. Then in the other side, I have my bow rope, which I tie to the bottom right here. So I have bow rope, and then oftentimes I will also have my backpack little tree peg, or if I'm on somewhere where I can't screw in something to the tree, I have the strap that goes around, and then you can hook a bunch of stuff on it like that. So these are awesome. I love integrated side pouches. They stick to your body, they don't flap around everywhere. Just way nicer to have. So then, as you can see, this back has MOLLE all over it. You can put another patch here or whatever you want. I have a big carabiner clip here, so oftentimes I'll actually just clip my saddle right on here. I need to stealth strip this. It is a little loud at times, as you can hear. But either way, so I just have that hanging there for when I'm walking, or climbing up a tree, I should say, not so much walking. But either way. Then the belt, pretty simple, just a Prusik knot belt. But then this bridge, this is where the money's at with Arsenal. So let me kind of put this on quick. So easy on and off, just like any saddle for the most part. Tighten the belt up. The belt is almost maybe a little big. Like, I have a 32-inch waist, and I have to cinch it quite a bit. But either way, so then I put this over here. I'll actually tie my sticks to this rope over here. That way, when I'm climbing up a tree, typically I'll have two on the tree, and then my last two are just right here, and I don't have to have anything extra on me. But either way, so the leg buckles, pretty simple. They're just normal little clips that just slide right into these little loops. Maybe. There we go. So then that's all pretty nice and secure right there. So then the bridge. I'll do it here, and then I'll do it on the tree as well. So this is called their Infinite or Infinity system. I don't remember the exact wordage, but you can adjust both your hip and your bottom placement on your tether for how you like to sit in a saddle. So I'm more of a leaner, so like my tether doesn't go super high up typically. It's more out like this. So I'll typically have it where This is tighter because I want my back more supported so I can lean like this, and I don't want this leg portion here to just completely cut my hamstrings, because then it's just kind of uncomfortable. But then it's as simple as kind of moving this back down to loosen this up and adjusting this, and then I can be in a perfect seated position. So like comfort wise, there's no way to say this saddle isn't just incredible. And that's where, like, compared to my old saddle, that is where I'm like, wow, this, I've been missing out on this. And technically I don't think this is a 2-panel saddle, don't quote me, I'm pretty sure it's still a 1-panel, but I honestly don't think you need it. The way this integrated back part feature is, it's just so nice. And so I run Amsteel on this, but sometimes it gets a little too tight when I'm sitting, and then I have to redo it, or not redo, but just completely loosen the Prusik knot and everything. There we go. Slides like new. Put that there. Alright, not perfect, but it'll work. So like I said, tether, all this stuff here. I use the Kong ducks. They're pretty awesome. If you don't have one, I would recommend getting one. But either way, put this stuff back in here. This tree isn't like the prime example because it is leaning really far away, but it works. So I'll have this here. Clip this on, retighten that, and then, so this is actually how I like to be most of the time. Granted, this probably isn't as tight as it could be. Yeah, close enough. But like I said, I'm more of a leaner, so I like to be able to lean just against the tree like this. I like having my feet at the base and then just lean back. Makes me feel most comfortable in my base, like it's not going to slip out on me. And yeah, then I can knees in and I'm still leaning back. But then I have to adjust my tether. And again, this is not a perfect tree, but it is what it is. So if I want to, I can adjust these, pull these bottom strings tighter, and now this is, so when you pull these bottom strings here, it tightens this up, which pulls this. So now, like, I'm just naturally in a more seated position, and if this is how you hunt, it's a lot more comfortable. So like, you can really figure out what you like pretty quickly. And like I said, I'm a big leaner, so I personally like to have these a little looser. So most of my pressure is actually on my back to upper hip. And yeah, you can kind of just move around however you want. And I mean, that's about it. They have a lot of other cool things. I know there's like a knee sling you can attach to this, and just a bunch of stuff that they have made. And I want to get their platform and sticks. They look really sweet, but I'm going to wait till next year just because they are a little more expensive as I gracefully exit. But either way, this is a great saddle. I know there's a lot of great ones out there, but I would go to say that this is the most innovative and just overall well-built saddle on the market right now. Like I said, I've not tested them all, but this would be my pick for like 2025's best saddle. So next week I'll go over kind of my platform setup and sticks and all that stuff. I run the XOP system for now. Super affordable, really good, especially with this Amsteel stuff. It's really good for the money. So either way, thanks for stopping by. I will keep pumping out videos. I've only been hunting a couple times because the weather's been pretty crappy, if I'm being honest. It's just been hot. Been a couple little cold fronts, but then the wind's just been bad. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to get out. Hopefully we can at least see some decent deer soon, but that's never guaranteed. So either way, thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.